It started with a whisper, a quiet rum, or within the corridors of the palace, dismissed at first as nothing more than tabloid fantasy. But by the time the first internal memo surfaced, those whispers had become UN #deniable. Just days after the funeral of King Charles, an event meant to unify the royal family, Meghan Markle made an unexpected and dangerous move. She bypassed every formal channel, ignored protocol, and directly contacted Prince William through an unofficial source. The goal wasn't reconciliation. It was control. According to high-level palace aides, Meghan's sudden approach was timed with the discovery of a set of confidential documents hidden deep within royal archives. These files, long buried under the weight of bureaucracy and privilege, reportedly contained damning information, UN-disclosed financial transactions tied to the Sussex Foundation, private email exchanges with #S, media #executives before their royal exit, and internal notes revealing Meghan's attempts to influence royal PR strategies while still a senior royal. The documents weren't just politically sensitive, they were potentially explosive. Meghan's message to William was brief, but loaded with meaning. She proposed a discreet understanding, a mutual agreement to maintain silence on certain issues that, if made public, would tarnish not just her image, but the image of the crown. She positioned herself as a victim of media hostility, a mother protecting her children, someone who had been unfairly vilified by an institution that never gave her a real chance. But the tone of her message was different this time. There was no warmth. Apology. Only calculation. Prince William, now preparing to as #ND as the next monarch, was reportedly stunned by the timing. The Notty-on was still mourning. His father had just been laid to rest. And yet here was Meghan, making a move that would pit brother against brother once again, not out of grief or reconciliation, but out of necessity for self-preservation. Privately, William refused the proposition. But the damage was already done. When Harry discovered what Meghan had done, he was devastated. Not only had she acted telling him, she had chade the very person he blamed for their estrangement. Sources CLOs to the Sussex household deska, #IAB unprecedented rift, between Harry and Meghan in the days following the revelation. For the first time, Montecito was silent. Meanwhile, palace officials began a formal review of all Sussex-related activities during the final year of their royal tenure. What they found shocked even the #Ost experienced courtiers. In one case, Meghan had allegedly communicated directly with senior producers at a major streaming platform #RM. MONTHS, before she and Harry officially announced their departure from royal duties. In another, documents revealed unexplained financial flows into a media advisory firm based in Los Angeles, just weeks after a private meeting between Meghan and unnamed Hollywood executives. The more they looked, the more they found, and with each discovery, the walls began to close in. Meghan, now fully aware of the IN's #TigatIon, ramped up her publicity image campaign. She was seen attending charity events with a heightened presence, posting curated photos with her children, and iving interviews that subtly painted the monarchy as cold and distant. But inside the palace, a different narrative was unfolding. William, increasingly wary of the impact these revelations might have on the monarchy's future, began discussing with senior advisors the possibility of issuing a formal statement, not against Meghan, but in defense of the institution. He understood that silence, in this case, might be interpreted as complicity. At the same time, Queen Camilla, having taken on a more prominent public role since Charles's passing, grew increasingly vocal behind closed doors. Those close to her say she viewed Meghan's latest maneuver as a betrayal and just of the family lie, but of the trust afforded to her by the late king. As for Harry, caught in the eye of the storm, his isolation deepened. Once seen as the rebel prince, he now appeared as a man trapped between loyalty to his wife and the legacy of the family he once turned his back on. The royal household has remained officially silent. But insiders confirm that security protocols have been tightened, media relations have been recalibrated, and a legal review of Sussex-related partnerships is underway. The monarchy, it seems, has #drawn a line, and Meghan. She's still in Montecito, smiling for cameras, speaking about motherhood, empowerment, and privacy. But behind that smile lies a growing storm, one she can no longer control, because in trying to protect her secrets, she may have exposed the one truth she never wanted the world to see. She didn't just walk away from the crown. She tried to rewrite the rules of royalty itself. #F